Alright, what is up YouTube? It's RSMario here bringing you another episode of Fake Leak Theater. Fake Leak Theater. Alright, so we have here another leak. Now again, take this with a grain of salt, right? Because I don't really know the dude, but dude's name is New Mark Marrow, and anybody naming themselves after Mark Marrow,
after November 19th at the Clash, they're going to call him Crying Brian because he's going to be dying after I hit him with my Tutti Frutti. That belt is going to look so pretty around my waist because I am the bad man.
You automatically suspect, bro. Like, I mean, just really, Mark Marrow, of all the late 90s, early 2000s WWE wrestlers you can name yourself after, you choose Mark Marrow. Yeah, that feels like a troll account, bro. This feels like a troll account for real. But I've never heard of this person, so I don't know the validity. It could be real, but I'm going to lean on the side of caution and say this is probably fake. So basically, this is about Nintendo's plan for 2022. Even though it says 2022 to 2024, and this, I mean, it could be, but we're going to go through this list and break down what he has on it and why it could possibly be fake. So, of course, he has Legends Arceus up front and center, which, of course, is coming out in January. It's one of the biggest releases of that 2022 for Nintendo. So, of course, that's going to be on the list. If it's not on the list, it will be very suspicious. Kirby in the Forgotten Land. So this, if I'm not mistaken, is the Breath of the Wild style Kirby game. I think this was I can't remember when this was announced. I honestly can't remember much about this game at all. But that's what that is. Of course, Advance Wars 1 and 2 was supposed to come out for Christmas this year, but got delayed until, I think, first quarter of next year for whatever reason. Then it said a casual IP, so it just doesn't even go into what it is. So that could be any number of things. Then you got Splatoon 3, which, yeah, I think everybody kind of knows Splatoon 3 is probably going to come out next year. I mean, that is probably, more than likely, that's going to be a spring, maybe summer game. Because they don't want it too close to Legends Arceus, because they don't want to cut the legs off of Legends Arceus or damage the potential people buying Splatoon 3. Then you have, of course, Detective Pikachu. Fire Emblem Echoes. So I actually did a video about this a while back, saying that they're looking to do a remake for Fire Emblem, and it might be something along the lines of maybe a Tullius remake. Which, if you don't know what Tullius are the GameCube Fire Emblem games. Or it could be a Jigdraw remake, which is the old school Super Nintendo Fire Emblem 4. And a lot of references in Three Houses were to Jigdraw. So it's a possibility that they could be going that route. I do think we will be getting at least information on a Fire Emblem game this year. I don't think we'll be getting that game this year. Because one, it would have to be in the summer. And it will be competing with Splatoon 3, which it could definitely do. I think Fire Emblem is a bigger property than Splatoon 3. But it would be stuck in the middle of Legends Arceus in the winter, and then Zelda in the fall. It would have to be in the summer. Like, June, August. Which I can see them working, but I don't think they would. Like, Fire Emblem is such a big franchise for Nintendo now. I don't think they would just randomly start up the marketing machine and then release the game 3-4 months later. It would be something that would be like a year out. So if this is a thing that is happening, we'll probably get information on it next year, and then it'll come out like first quarter of 2023. Detective Pikachu, we've heard zero about this game. And I think it's interesting, since I thought the movie was pretty good. It's interesting that we've heard nothing about this game. Maybe there could be more going on in the movie space. Like, are they going to do a sequel to the movie? Maybe we'll hear something about the game at that point. What are you doing? But I haven't heard anything about that. So that could be a shadow drop game where, you know, because that is kind of like a casual Pokemon title, so they could just shadow drop that sucker. So Breath of the Wild, Zelda, Wind Waker, and Twilight Princess HD. I also made a video about this. So I made a video about this months ago, saying that Breath of the that Wind Waker and Twilight Princess were going to come out for the Zelda anniversary, and now they never did, because they announced Skyward Sword and they never announced Wind Waker or Twilight Princess, because they didn't want to take away from the potential people buying Skyward Sword. There are so many new Zelda fans now. This is the chance for Skyward Sword to shine. Remember, the way Nintendo does anniversaries is not always in that year. It's from day to day. So if the anniversary is like September 12th, then it's not just the year of that September 12th. It's from September 12th of that year to September 12th of the next year. And that's how they celebrate the anniversary. So there's still time for them to do more things for the Zelda anniversary. Mario plus Rabbids 2. I haven't heard anything else about this game since they announced it. And I believe they announced it at E3. Now that game is just big enough that it could come out next year. You know what I'm saying? And not really be like a threat to any of the other games Nintendo has planned for that year. So I could definitely see like Legends Arceus coming out in the winter, and then in the spring summer, you know, you have like Splatoon 3, Mario Rabbids 2, and then you just give Breath of the Wild 2 like a wide berth in the fall. I could definitely see that. So Metroid Prime, I did a video on this recently saying that they were going to be doing a remake of Metroid Prime. And why they would be doing that, mainly because money, essentially. It's just about that money. Because, of course, they could just port the trilogy from the Wii over to the Switch, but it would be more money if they remade each one of them individually and sold them as a $60 game. Bayonetta 3, which, yeah, man, Platinum really wants to release that game. I believe that game is definitely coming out. Again, that one's another one that's just the right size that it can release next year. You know what I'm saying? So, a new 2D Donkey Kong. So, that one was a leak from, I can't remember who did it. I don't know if it was Samus Hunter or somebody else did a thing like that said there was going to be a new 2D Donkey Kong that was made by, one of the teams in Nintendo, and they were going to be doing that. I don't know, honestly. I mean, it could be, you know, I have no idea on that one. Pokemon Let's Go sequels. So, this is vague. I don't think they're gonna do another Pokemon game next year. At least not another mainline-ish game. Because the Pokemon Let's Go games were actually pretty big games. Even though, I mean, they were technically like side games, they were still pretty big games though. I don't think they will be doing another one so soon after Legends Arceus, because again, they don't want to limit the people who buy Legends Arceus. They already, I mean, I guess it kind of worked out because the Diamond and Pearl remakes did really good, but I don't think they want to do it. I mean, if we do, it'll probably be like 2024, like away in the future, like maybe even after Generation 9 comes out. And then Breath of the Wild sequel, of course, and then Monolith Soft's big project. So there has been a project that they're working on. A lot of people believe that it's gonna be Xenoblade 3. And I think Roger's base was like, yeah, man, game's coming out next year. They're going to announce it, and it's going to be out next year. And I'm like, it could be. It could be. But I don't know much about Xenoblade. But more on Breath of the Wild 2, though. Like, that one definitely is coming out. Unless there's something wrong. Like, if we don't get any more information on it, like, by, like, April, then we're probably going to get something at E3. If not, then something is wrong and we all need to panic. So, why is this fake? Well, because a lot of this stuff is stuff that we already kind of know. Like, we already know about Legends Arceus, Kirby, Advance Wars. Then you can just kind of throw in some randomness. Like, oh, a casual IP, because, you know, Nintendo would do that. Fire Emblem Echoes, because it's been rumored to be happening. So, throw that on your list to give it a little bit of validity. Wind Waker Twilight Princess HD, because of course Nintendo will want to port Wind Waker a second time because they already ported it to the Wii U, and then they're just gonna turn around and port it again. You know, will I buy it again? I still got the Wii U version and I still got a Wii U, so I don't know. Same thing with Twilight Princess. So you add that on there. That's another rumor. And so basically, he just added a lot of rumors to his list to try to give it validity. Now, is it possible that this is real? Maybe. Tell me what you think about it in the comments. Personally, I'm gonna rest on the side of caution and say that this is fake. So that's about it for this. I got a Pokemon review. An anime review. Hopefully, I can get out this week before I have to do the best and worst list and the season list. There's so much to do, man. Like, so I just wanted to go ahead and get out a nice little quick video. I saw this and I was like, yup, that's gonna be it. So that's about it for this. Like, comment, subscribe, and as always, folks, keep it real.